Hi guys, for those of you that are new to following me, then welcome. For those of you that already follow me on Instagram and have followed me onto YouTube, welcome back. This is a very special 12/12 portal video in which I will be looking at the 12/12 portal, which is today, from a numerology perspective, from a spiritual perspective, and also from an astrological perspective as well. So if you want to know more, then stay tuned. So without further hesitation, this reading will take place in two particular parts. So I will start off with my commentary, and then I will, once the commentary has concluded, move into doing a collective reading on these energies that we could be feeling at this time. Now, number one within sacred numerology is a very significant and important number. It's a masculine number, and it's a number that represents connection from the physical realm to the spiritual realm. Number one deals with our self. It deals with absolution. It deals with manifestation. It deals with our goals as well, what we want. Two is a really important number within sacred numerology as well, simply because of the fact that two deals with choices, it deals with decisions, it deals with partnerships, it deals with balance, it deals with harmony, and it also deals with duality. So the things that we may not necessarily be aware of, so things that might be hidden within our subconscious mind. When we're looking at the 12/12 portal, this essentially is a light ascension portal, but this is one that activates our Merkabic field. Now, the Merkaba or Merkaba literally means spirit and body surrounded by light. So when we're talking about spirit and body surrounded by light, we're talking about almost like a chariot or a container that holds our spirit and our body. So our etheric body is the body that we have in a spiritual sense. This is our celestial armor or celestial shielding. Now, when we are in higher states of consciousness, so when we're receiving new energy, when we are tapped into our higher states of consciousness, our etheric field then appears. So what's actually happening between now and the 21st of December is that our Merkabic field is actually being upgraded, and it's being upgraded in order to cope with the new energy that we're going to be feeling when we see that both Uranus and Saturn move into the sign of Aquarius, which will be happening around about the 21st of December. Now, the Merkaba appears as two pyramids, one both in opposite directions, which actually form a star, which is, if you was to look at all of the elements, the astrological symbols for the element of water, earth, fire and air, it actually, if you put the shapes together, it actually forms a star as well. So it's about completion, and it's about wholeness, and it's about unity. Now, the star actually forms the shape of a tetrahedron. So this particular Merkabic field upgrade that we're going through is essentially going to give us more clarity and more depth of our subconscious mind. So it's going to heighten our subconscious mind, but at the same time, it's going to help us to ground our energy. Now, what's really important about the number 12 and why it's so significant at this time is that when we're looking at the 12th house within astrology, it's ruled by the planet Neptune. Now, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, but it deals with the subconscious mind. It deals with our spiritual intuition. It deals with dreams. It deals with secrets. So this is a very karmic planet. Now, what's actually happening when we're looking at sort of the 12th house and 12th house energy is that it brings about lessons that we have needed to learn from the past. So Neptune is that planet, because of the fact that it's the last house within astrology, represents gaining closure in order to move forward. So it's literally like a cycle closing out in order for a new beginning to occur. Now, some of the most powerful sort of astrological aspects that are going to be important during this 12/12 portal is the Sun trine Mars. Now, The sun represents the first house within astrology, which is actually ruled by Mars. So Mars is all about taking action, moving forward. It's about sort of asserting ourselves towards that which we are passionate about, what really inspires us. And it's also the sort of energy. Mars governs our will as well as our determination. So this sun trine Mars is giving us the ability to move towards that which we desire and that which we feel passionate about. So there is going to be an amplification on us moving towards what makes us happy with regards to our careers and with regards to our businesses and just generally what it is that we want in life. So it's almost like we are really going within to discover what it is that we want, and we're not settling for less with this energy. Now, the next astrological aspect that's really significant is the moon trine Neptune. Now, both the moon and Neptune deal with the subconscious mind. The moon represents our hidden emotions as well as our emotional intuition, our ability to be able to perceive what's around us by how we feel. But the moon is also the fourth house or ruler. So the fourth house deals with things to do with home and to do with family. So it's all to do with relationships. Now, Neptune deals really with sort of the group dynamic. So when we're looking at the energy of Neptune, it's the ruler of Pisces. It does deal with the subconscious mind, but it's dealing with it from a more spiritual perspective. And it's about understanding the emotions of not only ourselves, but the emotions of others. So it's understanding the bigger picture of what everyone is thinking and feeling. So this is a very strong energy in which we're going to be feeling enhanced sensitivity towards others, an enhanced sensitivity that we may be feeling, but also it's going to heighten our intuition at this particular time. Now, the next astrological aspect is the moon sextile Pluto. Now, Pluto, again, deals with the subconscious mind, and Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, but it deals with the subconscious mind by looking at it from a more psychological perspective. So it's a lot more analytical. Now, because of the fact that Pluto is the eighth house ruler, and the eighth house is all about death and rebirth, and also about discovering hidden motivations, so secrets and mysteries. The moon sextiling Pluto is going to reveal subconscious emotions that we have possibly repressed, but ones that are going to be resurfaced in order to be healed because of the regenerative energy that Pluto is emitting at this particular time. So for me, the way I'm seeing this with the moon being the fourth house ruler is it's almost going to be a revelation of the true motivations of others that is going to be, I would say, brought forward or amplified at this particular time. The final astrological aspect is Jupiter conjunct Saturn. Now, Jupiter is the ninth house ruler, and it also governs Sagittarius. So Jupiter is about forward movement, it's about growth, it's about expansion, it's about luck, it's about seeing the bigger picture. And when we're looking at Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn, and it's the 10th house energy, which is all to do with our achievements, our accolades, our career aspirations, what I'm seeing, because of the fact that Jupiter deals with expansion and growth and Saturn deals with limitations, discipline and restriction, and also Jupiter deals with the energy of morality and justice, it's almost like this conjunction right here in the context of what we're dealing with is a new structure being formulated, which is going to change the fabric of society. So it's like a paradigm shift, which is bringing in a lot more truth, a lot more revelation, a lot more justice and accountability for those that have done wrong actions. But this is going to be not only on an individual level, but this is going to be felt on a collective level also. So without further hesitation, I am going to pull some cards and see what messages we get. I'm going to be using the Starseed Oracle, and then I may pull from the Starseed Tarot as well. So let's see what messages Spirit has for us. Okay, so the first card that we have is Double Mission. Light worker Starseed, serve the world by being you. The second card that we've got that's come out is Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Ooh, it's quite a lot of cards, so I'm going to take that one as well. So we've got the Blue Flame, Spontaneous Awakening, Activation and Integration Time. And then the final card is Baby Steps, Action, Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Okay, so bear with me one moment. Let's go to the bottom of the deck energy and then I'll talk about what I can see. So right at the bottom, we've got Star Ancestors, Hidden Secrets, Lost Wisdom, and Look a Little Deeper. So what I'm seeing is the overall energy of this particular 1212 portal is it's not only a light ascension portal that's going to activate our macabric field, but it's going to greatly heighten our intuition at this particular time. Our consciousness is evolving and it is growing and it is enhancing and it is increasing. The Star Ancestors card represents hidden knowledge or hidden secrets. So there is going to be some sort of revelation that is going to happen for us, not only on an individual level, but also on a global level. And this revelation can happen anytime between now and the 21st of December, when we see that Uranus and Saturn move into the sign of Aquarius, which is going to mark a new era for us. I do feel like we're being told that we need to start relying more on our intuition rather than looking at our intellectual ability to connect with logic, pragmatism and reasoning. It's the only way that we're going to be able to understand a lot of what's happening around us. There is a lot of confusion at this time, and the only way that we're going to be able to move forward is if we are able to really tap into our star ancestors, tap into that hidden knowledge, tap into that hidden wisdom, which is ingrained in our soul, which is imprinted into our soul, but also it's ingrained in our DNA. So it's about us recalling who we are on a soul level, and also recalling things of the past, which is going to help us understand what's going on in the present. The first card that's come out is Double Mission, and it says Light Worker Starseed, serve the world by being you. Now this is about understanding that within all of us there is an ability for us to be of service. We are responsible for this world. We are guardians of this world. We are custodians of this world. We have a responsibility for ourselves. We have a responsibility for our community. We have a responsibility for society, and we have a responsibility to the planet. And this is about us being authentically us, doing what it is that we love, doing what makes us happy, understanding that the only way that we are going to be able to move through some of these turbulent times that we are facing is by having unity. And the only way that we can have that unity is by understanding who we are on a soul level. Once we understand who we are on a soul level, we can then help others to be able to discover who they are on a soul level. Some of you that are actually watching this video at this time, you have very, very ancient DNA. You are not from this realm. You are a star seed. You are from a star constellation. You are here to raise the vibration of people on this planet. You are here and you are awake at this time in order to help with the activation of human consciousness so that we can transcend the time that we are in by being able to see things for what they are. The whole of this year has had so much going on from a numerology perspective, from an astrology perspective, in order to awaken human consciousness to what is actually going on. So you are here to help heal. You are here to help serve. You are here to help with the activation of those that are still in a state of consciousness that is not yet elevated to where it needs to be. And this is one of the final sort of energies in terms of shifts that we're going to be experiencing before we're moving into a new age. Starkeeper. So the Starkeeper card here says Cosmic Ancestor. It says seed the light by staying grounded. This is about understanding that if you're a Starkeeper, that means that you are a holder of ancient or cosmic knowledge. This is not knowledge that you necessarily hold, but it's knowledge that is held within your soul. This is knowledge that is held by your cosmic ancestors. This is held by them, and you are the conduit in which they help to filter and feed this information through. Now, in order for you to be able to continue to grow and continue to go through this awakening for some of you, or for heightened subconscious energy for those of you that are already on your path and on your journey, it is extremely important that you stay grounded at this time. And the Macabic field upgrades that we're going to be receiving between now and the 21st is definitely going to help us to stay grounded. It's being able to see beyond what's being told to us, see beyond the veil of deception, see beyond the veil of illusion, because we've got the Pluto energy and we've also got that Neptune energy as well. But it's also being able to stay grounded whilst we are operating in this particular energy. So if you can see, there's a massive blue ray of light that's surrounding this Starkeeper, and for me that represents the communication that's coming in from beyond what it is that we are able to perceive with our own physical eyes. And with the knowledge that's coming in is coming in through our crown chakra and our third eye chakra. Absolutely beautiful. There's going to be some revelation of truth with regards to what's happening. I definitely feel like there's going to be a revelation of truth with regards to a global deception, with what I'm seeing with regards to certain institutions, organizations, businesses, and governments. And I definitely feel like this particular 1212 portal is going to help people to understand what we're dealing with at this time. So the blue flame, it says spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So for some of you, this represents being awoken, having your consciousness stimulated at this time for you to be able to see clearly what is happening around you, being able to perceive the energy of what is happening around you and perceive the energy of others. For others of you, this is about you gaining even more heightened extrasensory perceptions that's going to help you navigate at this particular time. Blue is very significant as a color because it represents the throat chakra. And what I'm seeing is, you can see that this represents like an auric field, but one that is being heightened, one that is raising, one that is elevating. So we can see the hue of blue representing communication, but we can also see the outline here of purple, which represents the third eye chakra. So a growth of our consciousness through heightened or increased communication to the spiritual realm. The next card is the baby steps. So what we're being told here is that we need to start following our intuition more. We're moving into a time with the way in which this energy is being upgraded on an individual level, on a global level, on a cosmic level. The new way in which we're going to be able to move, communicate, and perceive things is going to be using our intuition, using that third eye chakra, using that crown chakra, and listening to what resonates with our soul and what resonates with our third eye and our crown, rather than moving based on logic and rationale and reasoning. So it's about being able to use that energy in order to move forward. And this is how we're going to have to navigate in order to move into this new paradigm shift. Because when we do see Uranus and Saturn move into Aquarius, that is when we are going to have to change a lot of the things that we're doing. One of the things that I'm also seeing is that our diet needs to change significantly in order to cope with this new energy. Otherwise, you're going to feel quite tired and quite lethargic. So therefore, there is a need for us to be able to eat more fruit, vegetables, as much as you can tolerate, which may be fresh or maybe raw, is going to be better for you in order for your body to process this energy, and in order for you to be able to operate and to also stimulate and feed your brain and feed your soul and feed your third eye and your crown chakra. It needs live foods. So that's another thing that I'm also seeing. I am going to pull a few tarot cards. I'm going to just move this to here. I'm going to pull a few tarot cards to close out this reading. So why is double mission here, please, Spirit? Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse here. Why is Starkeeper here? Ooh. So we've got the Queen of Wands, and we also have the Temperance card. And I'm going to pull for the blue flame. Why is the blue flame here? So we've got the Two of Swords that has popped out. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. The 8 represents the infinity sign, so an infinite amount of possibilities. 8 also represents moving forward, taking action. It represents attainment. Pentacles represents the earth energy. So this is about self-development or self-mastery, working hard, developing some form of craftsmanship towards something. So I feel like at this particular time, the Eight of Pentacles is representative of us gaining even more knowledge of ourselves, working on ourselves to develop ourselves in order to navigate through this particular time. Now, the Ace of Cups is in the reverse. Aces represent divinely guided new beginnings. Cups represents the element of water, which deals with our emotions and our intuitions. It's about coming to this point. The fact that the Ace of Cups is in the reverse means that there is something that you are unaware of. It's about coming to terms and understanding who you are on a conscious level and also on a subconscious level. And I feel like at this particular time, the Ace of Cups is symbolic of the fact that there may be some knowledge that you are not aware of, and it's about coming into alignment with who you are, what your purpose is, and walking in that path and walking in that truth. So for me, that represents the fact that your perspective needs to change, and instead of what I'm getting for some of you, instead of looking for logic and rationale, go with what resonates with your soul by listening to your intuition. And it may be that you're not following your intuition at this time and you are missing the messages that are being communicated to you. So there may be a need for you to be able to spend some time alone or in isolation, really grounding your energy and going within in order to see and perceive what's going on. There may be a need for some of you to drink more water. There also may be a need for you to go into a meditation or put yourself in nature, in which you can then regain your connection and heighten your consciousness at this time so that you understand why you are here. The Star Keeper. So that was confirmed by the Queen of Wands and the Temperance card. The Queen of Wands represents the energy of fire. So when we're dealing with fire signs, we're talking about Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Now, the Queen of Wands is one that is extremely creative. She's very assertive, but she's also one that is passionate. She goes towards what it is that she desires. She takes action. So for me, the way I'm seeing this, because of the fact that we've got this Leo energy here, and then we've got the Temperance card, which represents Sagittarius energy, it's about taking action towards what it is that you are here to do. The Temperance card for me represents the spiritual alchemist, and it represents growth and expansion. This for me represents growth and expansion on a physical level, but growth and expansion on a spiritual level, on a cosmic level. And understanding that whatever it is that you desire, you can absolutely achieve. Knowing that there is a spiritual realm that that is guiding us and protecting us at this time, but also being able to stay grounded and take action towards making necessary changes. But what I'm also seeing with the Queen of Wands and the Temperance card, there is a need for us to understand that there may be a time for us to take action, but there may be also a time for us to keep still and to be patient. But really focusing on trying to keep our energy and our thoughts calm and relaxed at this time, so that we can receive as much of this energy as possible, which is going to help us to move and transcend the states that we're currently in towards a heightened and even more heightened state of consciousness. The blue flame is confirmed by the Two of Swords. Now, two is about making choices or making decisions. It's about duality. Now, this is an interesting depiction of the Two of Swords. So the Swords deals with our thoughts, and it deals with our logical mind, our practical mind. Now, if you see the way in which this card looks, you can see that the moon is almost like a full moon that's peeking behind these really dark clouds, and the moon represents our subconscious mind. It's about understanding what our subconscious motivations are. It's also about removing things of the past and moving forward towards the future. It's about letting go. It's about understanding that we're moving into a time of great awakening, in which our consciousness is heightened, and therefore we need to move away and depart from logical mind and using our logical mind to be able to discern, but really tapping into our subconscious mind, our spiritual or intuitive mind, in which that's going to help us to be able to move forward, grow even more, and navigate during this time. I hope that this has helped. I hope that this has resonated, and I wish you all a very, very happy 12/12 portal, and I will speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.